And look, G20 coverage has been ubiquitous across social media and digital platforms. Joining us now to explain where viewers can access the G20 related content is the digital news editor, Aasra Bramdeo. Aasra, social media, of course, and digital platforms are important. I've been watching a lot of the G20 stuff on YouTube, on the SABC News channel, and that's been an important repository and library of information for me. Some of the key interviews and preparing for some of the content that we drive here. I can't imagine it was easy to catalog all of that and keep it on track. But how can viewers access our coverage on digital platforms?
Well, first of all, good afternoon. Yes, it's not just social media, of course. We've got the website, keeping you totally updated, all the stories that we put out, all the videos that we put out, and also podcast content. Then you mentioned the YouTube channels. SABC News runs 9 YouTube channels, so we popular and I think famous a little bit for our live streaming content, and that's going to continue over G20. We've got G20 playlists for all our programs, for all our G20 content. So anyone looking to get, focus on G20, if they've missed out something, for example, it is all there, it's all available. You don't have to pay for it. And then, of course, all the social media platforms. And, we've got social media platforms on our Facebook, on X, and on YouTube are all language-based, right? So you're going to be able to access the content that you want in the language that you want, which I think is probably one of our strongest points. We also have similar playlist, a podcast playlist for all our radio-related G20 content. So that is also accessible. And across the board, then we are pretty much covered in respect of every single platform, what we put out, and whether you are accessing your news on Facebook or on the website or on YouTube or on TikTok, we've got a presence on all those platforms.
Do you have to think differently about how the content is packaged depending on the platform?
Yes, absolutely. I think that is a very, very important aspect. What somebody might want to read on a website, for example, they're not going to want to watch on TikTok. So yes, we do try as far as possible to make certain that the content that we put out is tailored for those platforms specifically.
Yeah, and the nice thing about digital platforms, a little bit different and unlike traditional broadcast platforms, is that it's a lot more interactive. And the plus side for viewers and consumers of that information is that they can interact with the content. Have you structured it and are thinking about structuring it in such a way that enhances that interaction?
We pay quite a lot of attention, especially when it comes to live streaming and things like that, in respect of how we structure our content, absolutely. But I also think that, like you say, the platforms are there and they are more interactive, and they're also more tailored to people on the go, and sort of this new way of accessing information. So you don't have to be sitting here at 1 o'clock watching Oliver. You could possibly catch him, when your next free moment on YouTube. It just depends on what you would like to see, when you would like to see it, and by and large, that's our aim, to try and make it available on all the different online platforms. Please
invite me to take over the TikTok page for a day or so.
You're more than welcome.
That's right. Thank you so much for that.
Thank
really
you.
do appreciate it, and all the best. Well, that's where you can get all your G20 related content on our digital platforms here across the SABC offering. We're going to take a break. We'll continue on the other side of this.
SABC, host broadcaster of the G20 South Africa 2025.